Saw Mexico lose 2-0 to Denmark. Look, Denmark has some quality players, but the back line for Mexico was under siege throughout, and you could look at any of the four positions, and they played with a line of four this evening, and you got big question marks.
You've got huge question marks. Who's the center back tandem, the right back, but most importantly, the left back. Tonight, both goals came back down the left-hand side. Jesus Gallardo, say what you want about his ability in the air. That seems to have Juan Carlos Osorio infatuated. He is a liability defensively. He offers a little going forward, but at this level, defensively, a lot to be desired. Both goals came off of that side. An individual moment of brilliance in the first goal. Second goal, a lapse of judgment off a throw-in. There are a lot of question marks, not only with this back line.
One of the biggest question marks that Juan Carlos Osorio had as it pertained to the final roster was, would Giovanni Dos Santos make it? He made it, and he got 57 minutes tonight. Did he make a case for more minutes come the World Cup?
I don't think anybody made a case for more minutes
tonight. But did Gio?
Gio didn't improve his, but I don't think Gio's being used as a scapegoat by many fans and many press. If Gio Dos Santos is what the Mexican national team is hinging on, so then for them to have a World Cup, you're in trouble. Gio Dos Santos is a complimentary player, like a Marco Fabian. He is not a Carlos Vela. He's not a Tecatito. He's not a Chicharito Hernandez. You need to take Gio Dos Santos for what he is. It is very important that people realize Gio Dos Santos is not the make or break for Mexico.
One guy who is not a complimentary piece in this puzzle is Héctor Herrera. He's the one that's been maybe mostly caught up in this party scandal that erupted right before the Mexican team left Mexico City to travel to Denmark. He did play today, but there are some concerns that he doesn't feel part of the group. He doesn't feel as though he's been backed up. Now, we don't know the validity of those reports that come from the Mexican press, but that's a concern that a player this important doesn't feel right just before the World Cup.
It is a concern, considering that in 2014, he was arguably your best piece of the puzzle, your most important player. He is that important to this team. He's a very good two-way player. I think he makes them tick, especially with Guardado not being 100%. Did he have his best game tonight? No, he didn't. But I argue that I don't think any Mexican national team player had their best game. Tonight, Juan Carlos Osorio got more questions out of this than answers.
We're trying to separate the best team, which I think is Brazil, with the likes of Spain and Germany and teams like that. And if you look at it, Brazil have got so many players who can produce a goal from nothing. You know, a Jesus or a Coutinho or a Neymar. You go and look at Spain. The only way Spain, I think, can beat you, what they're capable of, is passing you to death. Right. Starting from the back, all the way through the middle, nice movement, nice passes, and a nice finish. I don't see where a goal from nowhere's coming, which the best example would be Brazil. They've got multiple players who will produce something from absolutely zero.
Do you agree, Shaq? Maybe they're lacking a little bit of spark.
I do, and we keep talking about Diego Costa up front. I think he kind of epitomises some of that flatness about Spain up front. Now, Spain passing it to death is not a problem. It's how they won those tournaments a few years ago. But without the cutting edge at a World Cup, where teams are happy just to allow you to have possession. Nobody's in a rush to get anything done. If you don't have that one player up front who makes a difference, I'm afraid it comes unraveled at some point.
Taking a look at France's point of view, Group C, of course, they're big favourites to advance. It's weird, these friendlies, aren't they? How much do we read into this?
Experience normally tells you that you shouldn't look too much into it. But then if you're Didier Deschamps, you've been under so much pressure that even in friendlies, people are not only looking for a result, they're looking for a performance. And when things go badly wrong against a team who pretty much are going to do what the rest of your group in the actual competition will do, is sit tight and defend, that's going to make him rethink. What a nightmare for Deschamps. He's gone all the way through the qualifying, he's gone all the way through these friendlies, and the week before the competition, all of a sudden, there could be a problem. How does he go about breaking down teams?
But you've told me in the past that these friendlies are insignificant, the results don't really matter.
To be honest, for players, we understand that there's a difference when it counts. You know, there is the thing in the back of your head about, you know, you're careful with challenges. You don't want to get injured. So you're not quite at full throttle. And when you're playing against a team who are fighting for their lives, it's difficult. All the pressure's on Deschamps, though. I don't think the pressure's on the players. It's on Deschamps.
Do you agree, Shaq?
No, I don't think this matters at all to anybody. I think Deschamps is happy to get away from France.
They booed off at half-time. Yeah. You know, it's not the ideal send-off, is it?
Yes, but as players or as coach going into a World Cup tournament, that's not your concern. I mean, what the press are going to write about you from here going in, I think it's water for ducks back, or should be.
I think before this game, that front three we saw, I think that's exactly what Deschamps wanted to do. Giroud, Griezmann, and Mbappe. And the fact that Giroud had to come off with that head injury, the fact that Griezmann's dropping so deep, the fact that they actually didn't look dangerous until Mbappe had the opportunity to move around and play through the middle. I think that gives Deschamps a problem. That's something that he's going to lie in bed at night and think, you know, at this late stage, do I actually change it?
Would you change it, Stevie, if you were Deschamps?
No. No, he has... This is where it comes down to how strong this guy is mentally. Because if he's getting all kinds of pelters, which he will be from the press, he has to be strong and say, you know what, I know what my best team is, I know what the best shape is. OK, we haven't played well sometimes, but this is what's going to get it done. If he caves, then goodness knows what could go wrong.
For me, this is a friendly. It doesn't matter. You know what your best team is, you know what those players are capable of, and you trust them to go out and do that on the big stage. From now, it's just about preparing them for that first game of the World Cup. These results, the fans' reactions, what the press have to say between now and then does not matter, because in truth, what you can get out of players in a friendly, chalk and cheese compared to what you get out of them in 90 minutes of the World Cup.
Just yesterday, we were suggesting that it was almost a done deal, that move to Liverpool. Well, this is the official club statement. Although Liverpool has been the priority of a possible transfer of Nabir, Olympique Lyonnais is delighted to be able to count on the presence of their captain in 2018-2019. This is a major curveball, isn't it? None of us expected this 24 hours ago. We thought it was done.
So let me quickly dissect that.
OK, go on.
That means give us some more money and you can have them.
Is it as simple
because
as
they
that?
were yes. They were prepared to sell them.
That's a bold statement to make to then go back on.
Listen, they're prepared to sell them, so they are prepared to take money. And when it comes down to it, it's all about the price tag. And if Liverpool can get the price tag right, it suits them, then it happened.
How hard should they push to get the price tag right? How necessary is this as an addition to your squad?
Absolutely. If Liverpool want to challenge for the Premier League title, they have to go and sign either this guy or a player of his ability, because we saw him when he came on in the France game, that he actually changed it. He did things that nobody had been doing on the field. He goes past people, he creates, he was part of the goal that Mbappe scored. Hey, Liverpool, just get it done.
Look, do you agree, Shaq? Do you think it's going to happen? And do you think this is a statement from Lyon basically saying we want to give you more money? It's a weird way of doing it, though,
it is. I think that there are a number of moving parts to this. All speculation suggests that there's an issue with the medical. If that's the case, then all of a sudden you're talking about insurance, you're talking about premiums, and it's not just a case of Liverpool offering more money or Lyon accepting more, because again, now you have insurance underwriters who come into play, and that has to be taken into account. Maybe Lyon have to pay some of that insurance because, you know, he came through their academy, whatnot. So it's not a simple cut and dry as what number you put behind the pound sign. It's a lot of people have to kind of give and take here.
It's going to be there, Shaq, do you think? Where's he going to be in
I think come the 1st of September, Fekir will be a Liverpool player, yes.
Do you know that old saying, money talks? There's a reason why we keep using it.
I never used it.
Not me, not me.
Money talks.
Apart from just then.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Don't use it again. We've been asking you all week to vote on your ultimate World Cup 11. The results are in. Let's take a closer look, shall we? David Gea is your goalkeeper. Marcelo, Sergio Ramos is there. Stevie Nicol, Hummels, Kimmich, De Bruyne, Kante, Cruz, Messi, Lewandowski, Ronaldo. Big standout, really, is no place for Neymar.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't understand that whatsoever. I absolutely would have him in the front three.
Who would you have him over? So you had basically, I think you had to choose between Messi, Ronaldo and Neymar.
My front three would be Neymar, Messi and Harry Kane as centre forward.
Oh, so you wouldn't even have Lewandowski there either?
No, I don't think he was at his best last year. He wasn't particularly great. In fact, he wasn't. He missed some good chances that you'd expect a guy of his so-called quality to score in the Champions League.
Yeah.
I'm going with Harry Kane.
Shaka, let's start off with the Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi. Which two of the three are you choosing?
Messi and Neymar.
Like Stevie, you're just abandoning Ronaldo like that?
Not quite like that. I have to pick 2 out of 3. I don't have much of a choice.
And who's your striker?
Lewandowski.
Over Kane?
Yeah.
Over Mbappe? Over Griezmann?
Yeah.
Over Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I just fear, I understand Stevie's point about Lewandowski and this season, but he's proven it at the highest level for longer than the others. So I'm
Over Aguero?
keeping my faith
Keep your faith.
in Lewandowski.
You got the faith?
He's got
Aguero
my
might not
faith.
even play.
I don't think that's the question, is it?
No, but you're throwing Aguero in. He might not even kick a ball.
I'm allowed to throw Aguero in, surely. He's in the World Cup, isn't he?
All right.
You're just throwing everybody
Who are
in.
your centre-backs?
Centre-backs.
Ramos
Well,
and
not
who?
Ramos and Hummels. I'll tell you that much.
Why?
Hummels is too slow. And Sergio Ramos is a good defender, but he's not better than the 2 I would have. The 2 I would have would be Varane and Godin. I think they make a great team. Varane with his pace, Godin with his experience, and just his leadership qualities. And I would have those 2 over Hummels and Ramos.
Meanwhile, midfield? You don't have Modric over Cruz?
No, I'll have Cruz.
Yeah?
I'd have Modric.
You'd have Modric over Cruz?
I just feel Cruz is a better physical presence, and more imposing.
Physical.
That's what I
Was
said.
that? Welcome to Extra Time. June 9th, a very significant date for one of our...
I've forgotten again.
So when were you reminded today that it was your wedding anniversary?
I actually got reminded last week.
Right.
And I even forgot between last week and the day. So the wife was telling my mother-in-law this morning, yeah, it's our anniversary today.
Oh,
I went like that.
So will you do anything? You're
No.
not really one of these people that get presents for others,
No,
do you?
not really, no. Hey, listen, we went to Rascal Flats last night. What do you want?
Well, yeah. That was a Mother's Day present, wasn't it? From your son.
It doesn't matter.
You got piggyback on that.
Of course I did. I didn't mind a canny. I did.
How long have you been married?
36 years, eh?
Oh, man.
That's my lifetime, isn't it?
I don't know
That's
how...
unbelievable.
I don't know how I've put up with. He doesn't want me kidding.
Was that quick enough?
That was the quickest reverse I've ever
I got
seen.
back in quick.
I don't know how I put up with it. She knows I'm only
Just in
kidding.
case. I wasn't only kidding, by the way.
Meanwhile, tomorrow, Shaq,
Yeah.
it's your wedding anniversary.
Yes, it is.
You remember?
So Shaq can remember. Of course he does.
Yeah,
He's all
yeah.
romantic, isn't he, Shaq?
Yeah. Well, my wife's birthday was yesterday, so God, 2 days.
It's a good reminder.
It is. That's good. With Mexico playing poorly in their
Hold on
recent...
a minute.
Oh.
So do you try and double down?
No.
Get away with it? Or have you got to do 2 different things?
Well, we only give cards for the anniversary. We don't give gifts out.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough.
What if she gets you something and then you don't get her anything?
Ah, why do you do that? Are you like,
What?
you bend your head and go, yeah.
It's my inquisitive.
Ah,
Well, they taught me this in journalism school.
very good. Bend your head and sort of half shut that eye and go,
Because it makes me
Yeah,
look
well.
like I care.
what happened?
You know, you had me fooled. I was fooled all this time. I thought you really did care.
I see.
All right.
Good journalism school, that is.
Very good. With Mexico playing poorly in their recent friendlies, do you think they can even get out of their group if they continue playing like this? Who's in their group? Sweden, Germany,
Somebody else.
South Korea.
Playing poorly isn't an issue going into the World Cup. You see this whole
The hoo-ha around the party.
hoo-ha, party hoo-ha.
Yes.
I think that will send shockwaves to the
What's
camp.
wrong?
So what? At a party.
Well, yes, but there was
So
other people.
what?
There are other people at the party.
So what?
Well, people that maybe the wives weren't particularly happy that they were at the party. It's a bit of attention,
By the way,
Steve.
I didn't have them going through anyway.
No?
No, I got Sweden going through.
Pre-party, you didn't have
We
them.
got they may on party all they can between now and going out because they're not getting through.
You got Sweden.
Yes.
Do you guys think that Pogba should start?
Who?
Pogba should start. Didn't think from out of journalism.
If you're going to try and say Paul Pogba and it went to Pogba.
Yeah. I thought I'd go away with it. Clearly
Oh
not.
yeah, no, nobody noticed.
Do you think Pogba will start in the World Cup? Do you think he'll have a better 2018, 2019? Let's be quick on Pogba, shall we? Talk about that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. that an answer?
If Marian Fellaini moves to Arsenal, can he be as good as Patrick Vieira in central midfield for the club? That's not a real question.
True.
Nick works downstairs. That's surely a wind-up.
I'll have a pint or whatever he's been on.
Surely, Stevie, you have plans for another book. What did you put in this book?
What have you done since the last book?
No, the answer to that would be absolutely
No? No. Not like an untold story bits.
It costs me money as it is to do it.
Why?
Well, because Donaldson was around every night for 6 months.
He's the author, yes, Mark.
Right, he was around every night for 6 months, and he had his dinner every night.
Right.
So that cost me a fortune. And then I had a few beers while he was having his dinner. So that cost me a fortune and all. So I can't afford to do another book.
No, that's it.
Especially feeding him every night for 6 months.
Shaq, would you ever do a book?
No.
Not yet.
No.
The time will come.
Yeah, why not, Shaq? What would you call it?
I wouldn't do a book.
Why
I'm
not?
not doing a book.
Why not?
I used to say that as well.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a book.
Yep. I used to say that.
That is it. Happy anniversary to everybody else out there who's celebrating.
Oh, sorry, Eleanor, happy anniversary.
They are.
You forgot again. From the start of the extra time.
Yeah.
No, you forgot.
ESPN FC, remember. We'll be back.